everyone. Welcome back to the Ryan, Coop, and the Doc Show. I'm here with my two buddies, Arizona sports legend, Bruce Cooper, Arizona dental legend, Dr. Ken Snyder, and I'm just lucky to be here with you guys. How are you doing?
Doing great.
Doing fantastic.
Great. Yeah.
I'm really amped up about this big Super Bowl party I'm going to go to. You know, it'll be my second consecutive Super Bowl party that I will have gone to after not being able to attend one for 34 years because of work obligations in the media. How about that? I'm looking forward to it.
Wow.
How's that going to fit with your
diet?
With your
diet? I know. Darn it, you would have to bring that up, wouldn't you?
All right. Well, hey, we're just here for accountability. We're trying to keep everyone accountable. You're on a losing weight.
Yeah.
You're on a losing stuff.
Yeah.
And so we're just trying to keep everyone here accountable.
I already lost some stuff. I don't know where it went.
Well, one thing that you probably don't ever lose, which I'm really interested to hear from you guys. I want to know, because spring training, allegedly, if we don't have a lockout, allegedly, is right around the corner. What is the most memorable baseball game you guys have been to or played in? What do you got?
Wow. You know, I go back to my first year in Little League. And there was this team, the Phillies. So we had 4 teams in the league. And the Phillies hadn't been beaten for like 4 years. The fellow who coached them, sometimes he had kids on it, sometimes not. But he actually would go to the practices, and then the kids he thought were the best, he'd ask their dads to be coaches. And you get to put the kids on your team, you know.
Yeah.
And so anyway, I was on the Cubs. And they hadn't been beaten for 4 years. And we're playing them, and it comes down to the 6th inning, that's all you play in Little League. So our team's up first in the 6th inning. And we are down 7-6. And I hit a grand slam.
Oh, attaboy, Doc.
And I have to say this, you know, I played through college, semi-pro, high school, all that. Only grand slam I ever hit in my life. So I'll preface it by saying that. But anyway, so now we're up, 10-7. So last part of the 6th, and I'm playing center field, and they load the bases with 2 outs, and they scored 2 runs. You know, so now it's 10-9. And I see a ground ball go to our shortstop. In those days, you followed the dust. You didn't see the ball. You know, you're out there, and the sun was starting to come down in my eyes. And our shortstop was one of our better players, and the ball looks like it goes through his legs. And I'm like, oh, man. And, of course, the kid on third's already home. At the crack of the bat, the kid on second's rounded third. And I see their bench jumping up and down. They're all excited. And then a few seconds later, I see our bench jumping up and down. They're all excited. And the sun's in my eyes. I don't know what the heck's happening. What do you think happened?
It was a big announcement that there would be a joint party after the game. There would be no loser, just a joint party.
No, we won the game.
Oh, okay.
We beat them.
What happened?
Well,
I
I would say the shortstop actually had the ball and fired home and got the second trail runner.
I saw the ball laying out right in the left field.
They were screaming at you to go get it.
No.
Okay.
The ball hit the runner going from second to third, runner's interference, out. We won.
No. Well, mine is actually going to be the 2001 World Series Game 7.
Yes, sir.
I have to preface it by saying this. Even though I was there, even though I enjoyed all the hoopla, including the champagne in the Diamondbacks locker room afterwards,
cool.
I did not see the hit by Luis Gonzalez that scored Bell with a winning run because I'm behind a scrum of media and photographers waiting for that last out to see what would take, so he's going to try to storm the field afterwards, and I just heard a big yell because I'm trying to, maneuver stuff, and I didn't know what happened, but the place going crazy. I had to watch the scoreboard on the replay to see what happened, but hey, that was my most memorable.
That's cool. That's cool.
That was definitely memorable, yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember a lot of Little League games. I pitched a lot, and so my guess is I don't remember because I'm trying to scrub it from my memory. I probably got shelled. But I was at an Angels game, and it was Pedro Martinez against a young Angels pitcher. Pedro had just come off winning the Cy Young and just a stud, right? And I'm gosh, I think the pitcher's name was Ramon Martinez, young
Oh,
kid
I remember him.
for the Angels early in his career, and he came out and dueled Pedro and beat him 1-0. And it was one of the quickest. When you go to a ball game in Anaheim, whatever they are, the Los Angeles Angels of whoever and wherever, but when you go to a game at that ballpark, it's like a show, right? It's right by Disney. It takes forever. 2 hours, 4 minutes.
Wow.
In and out. Pitcher's duel. One of the coolest games. And I do not like the Red Sox, and so that was a great game for me.
Lots of good memories.
That was a good one. Hey, but Doc, you got a good guest that you have to tell us about, right?
Double play today.
Oh, a double play?
Double play
Doc,
today.
talk to
Double
us.
play. Yep. A two-bagger. Let's put it that way. I'm a hitter.
Yeah, we're really excited for everyone to meet these guys, and not only are they veterans, but we actually had someone adopt them. One of a donor stepped forward to adopt these two patients to make sure that they could get some work done in our clinic. And here's their story.
We have with us here two veterans today. We have Fleming White, and we also have with us Calvin Tucker. And I'm a veteran myself, and veterans have a very soft spot in my heart, and they also do in a very special donor who he and his wife have given us a sizable grant to help treat veterans. I'd like to start out, Fleming, can you tell us a little bit about your military experience?
Sure. I spent two tours of duty in Vietnam. I was Army and Navy, and I was a gunner, and so it was interesting to say the least.
Which did you like better, Army or Navy?
Actually, I like the Navy a lot better.
Okay, when they play football each year, do you root for Army?
I wore both hats, but I go for Navy.
Okay. And Calvin, what was your experience like in the military?
Okay, I was Navy, and I was a medical corpsman. I worked in the hospitals, servicing all different branches of the service. And I'm just glad that I am a veteran, and I can appreciate the veteran. And when a customer comes up to me and say, "Hey, thank you," that really makes me smile. It brings tears to my eyes. You know, we give up a blank check. Some of us don't make it back, but we out there trying to protect the country. And that's very important because we all want our loved ones to lay their head down at night and be safe. And also, I'd like to say that I served with the Marine Corps Air Station down in Yuma for a year. With the Marines down there, being a medic, of course.
Yeah.
But I had a good time. Believe it or not, good experience. I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Yeah. And I had a good experience too, and I have the highest regard for all military. I was in the career military, but I have the highest regard for career military. Getting back to the dental clinic here, what has having a clinic like this available to veterans like yourself, what has that meant to you, Fleming?
Well, it meant a lot to me because I just went through going to some dentists that actually, they destroyed my teeth. And they reamed them out so that they all started to break off and everything. And at the end of my police, I used to kick doors in, and I had to talk to a lot of people. And I had to cover my mouth. I was actually ashamed of my mouth because I had some broken off teeth that resulted in a lot of times when I went through the door, you get hit. So I had, right in the front, I had some broken off teeth, and I was in pretty bad shape.
I remember that.
So when I came to St. Vincent de Paul, I was actually impressed, because my daughter actually got me over here. And I was impressed the kind of professionalism and everything that took place over here. I just wasn't ready. I thought St. Vincent de Paul, I thought they helped homeless people, which I know you do. Mm-hmm. And it's just, it was like a good experience for me. Everybody I met, they treated me with nothing but respect. And, and getting rid of those bad teeth I had and getting the dental plates, that meant a lot to me.
You look like you're in great shape now, and I want to congratulate you because you didn't scream too much when we had you in.
I did not.
No, he's a tough cookie.
I did have one of the doctors that worked on me say that pulling my teeth was like getting rebar out of concrete.
He didn't want to let go.
That's right.
And Calvin, what has a clinic like this meant to you and to other veterans that are being treated here?
It meant a lot because I was totally unaware of what you guys had over here. I thought it was only about giving away food and helping, the homeless and
Right.
feeding them. I was totally unaware that you had a dental clinic. But I like to take my hat off to all the staff that works here. Was very kind, very gentle, and made sure that the procedures was done right and make sure I was comfortable. I'll tell you what, this is a great place. I take my hat off to these people. Yeah, very good.
And I thank God every day that I'm able to be in a place like this and meet folks like yourself. And I'm so proud of you of, like I say, what you've done, how you've defended the country and put your life on the line and so forth. What would you like to say to our donor that is going to provide dental treatment for not only like yourselves, but other people as well?
Well, I can tell you what I think. I think it's a great program. It's well needed here in South Phoenix. And you couldn't get a better place to get better service and professionalism out of St. Vincent de Paul and everybody that I met here.
Okay, so you think it's money well spent?
I think it's absolutely money well spent.
Okay, great. And how about you, Tucker? What would you like to tell the donor?
I would like to say thank you very much. It's money well spent, and I really appreciate it because I was running around here with a mouth looked like a picket fence without the wood in it. But you guys took the time out and made me smile again because once I opened up my mouth and saw the teeth, I started crying.
Yeah.
It was a tearjerker because I was ashamed of my mouth. I smiled too much to have a picket fence smile, and so, but I would hide my smile because I just didn't like it. But you guys have brought me from there to here, and now, I walk around with like a little rooster with my chest stuck out, saying to myself, hey man, I can strut my this, I can strut now.
Would you like to do a cock-a-doodle-doo?
I can strut my stuff.
You don't have to. Well, what do you say, guys? Band of brothers, huh? What if we all look at the camera and just say thank you, okay?
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow, those two guys, I don't know. You could probably tell on the video, I was getting a little emotional with them. And I don't know, just, we say thank you for your service, and it sounds nice, and it's almost become a little bit trite. But guys like that, I truly, truly thank them for their service.
No doubt. Hey, from the service to, I guess, a Coop sports question for today. And it involves, and we talked off the top about Super Bowl 56 in Los Angeles. Looking forward to that big Super Bowl party that I'm going to. And of course, you guys do know that Super Bowl 57 is in Arizona next year. But you know what's synonymous with Super Bowl week? The Waste Management Phoenix Open. And
I thought you were going to say adopt a patient.
No, but I tell you what. How many of you have been to the 16th hole at the TPC? It is unreal. Have you guys been there?
I actually haven't. Like I said, I was the baseball player. I had two brothers that were really good golfers, and they, the one brother that lives here goes every year. But I would love to go sometime. And people I know who know nothing about golf. I used to caddy. I don't think they've even done that, ever picked up a golf ball. They love to go to that tournament for the 16th hole because it is a good time. You talk about the Super Bowl party. That probably rivals any Super Bowl party you can go to.
Hey, let me tell you something. There are some golf purists, Tiger Woods for one, who don't like coming to the Waste Management Phoenix hole because it is too much of a party, But the 16th hole is unlike any other hole in golf. And there's so many players who, and I'm talking about professional golf players that play in a tournament, that embrace that hole. Mm-hmm. They know that they're going to be booed if they don't get a good shot. They're going to be cheered if they do well, and they better bring some swag. They better bring some swag for the fans. It is unbelievable. It is a stadium that is jam-packed. The noise. You could be all the way on the clubhouse or in the media room there at that place, and you hear this roar. You know it came from the 16th hole. It's phenomenal. It's unbelievable, and the wait to get in. That line is unbelievable.
Yeah. I go every year. And I go early in the week. I even do practice rounds and stuff like that because I tend to like to watch the golf a little bit. So I'll be out there this year. One of the coolest moments, and it was actually probably 2 years ago, maybe a week or two after Kobe Bryant died.
Oh my!
And so you got some of these kids. I say kids. They're they're actually younger than me now. You know, some of these young golfers who grew up in LA, grew up with Kobe as their sports idol, they'd come to the 16th hole and they'd put that 8 or 24 on, and there were some cool moments there, and you know, you get there and John Rahm or Phil come to the tee and everybody goes crazy. Everybody's screaming ASU, right? And so there's some other chants that are a little bit more interesting. It seems like whatever it is, 50,000 people around there know every golfer's girlfriend's name, right? And then we got to do a chant about that. But I mean, but it's a fun time. And if you get on the other side of the course, you can see some great golf with some really fun holes. And we attract a great field.
It's been bugging me, and I have to know. I can't get it. The answer to our riddle in our last episode.
Hey, well, good news for you.
Okay.
We're going to give you the answer, and we're going to give you a new riddle, Coop. Ryan's riddle. All right, we had some people email us to try and help out Coop here. So we're going to go back and give you the answer to this riddle, Coop. I shave every day, but my beard stays the same. Who am I?
You know, I have tried and tried. It just makes no sense to me.
Coop, let me tell you something. You're not going to be happy about this one because you were kind of on the right track when you were thinking about
Shaving my legs.
Yeah.
Well, kind of.
A little bit.
Yeah. You're a barber.
Oh, for crying out loud. Dang, I should have gotten that.
Well, the nice thing is you get another chance every show.
Ah, criminy, I didn't get that. All right, I'll give you that. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
All right.
All right.
So this week's riddle, Coop.
Okay.
I am an odd number. Take away a letter, and I become even. What number am I?
Wait a second. How can you mix a number with a letter? You're an odd number. Okay, so let's say 5.
Uh-huh.
And if I take a letter away, okay, let's say I take F, because it's, what number am I now?
5. That's it.
5.
5.
But is that
In Latin, that means.
What number am I if I'm 1? Oh, wow. I could be here forever trying to get that. 2.
thinking about all the numbers?
Yeah.
Well, if you can think about all the numbers and can figure out this, I am an odd number, take away a letter and I become even, what am I? Email us, rcd@svdpaz.org. I have a feeling we're going to get a lot of email answers.
Oh, gosh. I was going to say 11, and I would be even, but it's too many. It's only one. I need more than one letter taken away.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Coop is hot.
He is.
Coop is hot.
He is hot.
He's warm. He's very
He's
warm.
hot.
Really?
We might say you're almost lucky.
So here's what we're going to do. We're going to let Coop stew on this for a few minutes because, Doc, the reason we're all here is not just to help Coop get a riddle. It's to help other people get some assistance from our clinic, right?
For sure.
And the way we do that is a St. Vincent de Paul Adopt a Patient. If you feel like you're in a position to help somebody, your company, your group, your club, your church, if you can help someone, this is your chance to do it.
This week we have Clifton. And Clifton, you know, a smile not only impacts your earning power, it impacts you socially, it impacts you physically, but in this case, it could impact his marriage because
Oh boy.
Clifton's engaged to be married. Clifton, he needs a good cleaning. He's missing some teeth.
Yep.
And he tells me his bride-to-be is very strict about oral hygiene and you know, taking care of your teeth. And so this is going to mean the world to him, and we're going to help him get off on the right foot in his marriage.
Typically, we get to guess how much we think this is
You
going to
do.
cost, right?
You do.
All right. I'll go first.
So-
Ryan's been nailing these lately.
Yeah. Now the cleaning and replacing the missing teeth.
I'm gonna go straight up even number. No, I'm gonna go with an odd number. No, give me 10 grand. I'll go 10 grand.
this isn't so dissimilar from one of the other episodes that we had.
Exactly.
So I'm going to go with another 75. I said 7,500 last time. I'm going to go with that again.
Okay. $6,030.
Wow.
Can you honestly? Can you imagine walking in for any of us, any one of us,
Yeah.
walking into your dentist and saying you got to pay $6,000 or more? Because this is one of the lower ones that we've had.
Yeah.
So what does this cost our dental clinic to do?
$720. And again, that covers lab fees and that covers materials. We actually don't charge, for the dental work itself. And so, this guy, like I say, he's just such a nice guy, and he's getting ready to get married, and we want to get him looking good for the wedding. And so this one kind of has a little more urgency than some of the others. So that he can get his wedding pictures taken and everything like that. So anyway, if you have a club or maybe an individual you want to do it, a church group, any type of organization, just a bunch of guys that hang out together, maybe at the 16th hole at the golf tournament, pass the hat around. We can help Clifton and not only affect his marriage, but the rest of his life and his health. So that's where we're at.
Ryan, that sound of the Pony Express maybe?
I hear that. We got some mail delays. We got all sorts of problems. But the one reliable bit of mail that we get is always from Doc's mailbag. What do we have, and why do these people keep writing you asking about the weirdest dental condition?
Well, dentistry in itself is kind of an unusual, it's kind of very, very personal, very touchy. For some people, very painful. There's a lot of psychological issues associated with your mouth and so forth.
I thought you were going to say with your dentist.
You studied psychology in college, right? So you kind of know some of this stuff, philosophy and psychology and what we call brushology. So Maria M. writes, "Dear Doc, why do my teeth hurt when I drink something cold?" Have either of you ever experienced that? You drink something hot, something cold, your teeth hurt?
I had a cavity.
Okay, there
That's
you
what?
go. That could be one of the causes.
Is there some nerve stuff?
That definitely involves the nerves. Well, here's the thing, first of all, we all tend to abuse our teeth. Now, you wouldn't think of jumping in a tub full of ice water and expect your body not to react. Yet we'll drink ice cold drinks, even chew on ice, which is no good for you because you could break off a cusp of a tooth and crack one of your teeth. We wouldn't think of filling a tub with scalding water and jumping in and expecting our body to, not react. And it's the same with our mouth and our teeth. And so one thing, you should kind of ease into things. But if hot or cold, or sometimes it's sweets, sometimes it's things that have acid in it, like pickles or tomatoes, people bite in, and something hurts. And generally, that's a sign that you need to have things checked out. It could be for several reasons. It could be a cracked tooth, it could be a cavity, it could be a filling, an old filling that's starting to break down. There's a lot of different things. Sometimes it could just be because your bites off. Or, a lot of people when they brush, they use a hard bristle brush. And I highly recommend, and almost all dentists do, a soft bristle brush. First of all, it's more flexible, gets to know all the nooks and crannies better. But when you have a hard bristle brush and you're brushing back and forth,
Doc, I use an electric toothbrush. Is that all right?
Okay, as long as it's softer, yeah. But be careful, because again, if you're pressing too hard, or that you can actually start to wear the enamel away and it'll get a lot more sensitive. Now, there are some over-the-counter things like desensitizing toothpaste and things like that you can do. Or again, if you're going to drink something hot or cold, just kind of ease into it. Did you ever get like a brain freeze? You put something, same thing with your teeth, tissue in there. So, but on the other hand, if it's persistent, go to your dentist. It may be something as simple as putting on like a desensitizing agent or a fluoride treatment. Another thing that'll happen, if you brush too hard with a hard bristle brush, or if your gums start to recede, the roots will start to show, and roots are very sensitive, But again, there's things that can be put on them, different medicaments and that, to keep that, under control. But don't put up with that. Go see your dentist. And again, it could be a cracked tooth or a cavity, and you don't want it to get worse. So there's the scoop on sensitive teeth.
I like it.
Sounds like a real pain in the tooth.
Well, I'm kind of sensitive about this stuff.
Well, you know, Doc, there's only one thing we can truly count on in the world of teeth. If you're true to your teeth,
They won't be false to you.
thanks everybody. See you next time.